Oh my God. What? What's up, it's Lauren from Hot for Food, and I'm cooking for you again this week. I'm gonna recreate a recipe that I was recently inspired by on my trip to Los Angeles. Some of you probably already watch my personal YouTube channel. If you don't, go check it out. I'll link it right here. And usually I show a lot of behind the scenes of Hot for Food as well as what I eat on a day-to-day basis. And when I was in LA, I did 2 parts and I showed everything I ate in LA, and I ate at some amazing restaurants. So go watch those videos if you're interested. But I did go to a restaurant and I had this amazing dish. It was vegan ceviche tostadas. And the ceviche, which is normally seafood, of course, that's marinated and sort of cooked from raw with lime juice. It was made out of yellow summer squash and fresh young Thai coconut meat. It was amazing. There was black beans spread on the crispy tortillas, and then lots of lime juice and cilantro, chunks of avocado, and then I think it had a cashew sour cream drizzle. So we're gonna try and do something very similar today, because I loved the dish and I really want you to be able to make this at home because I think it's gonna be a really summery, fresh dish. So let's get started. All right, so this is 100% organic young Thai coconut meat. I found it at Whole Foods. So we're gonna chop that up and we're gonna mix it with spiralized yellow summer squash, which is in season right now, so you can find it at your grocery store. They call it yellow summer squash, but it's essentially a yellow zucchini. And then, because not everybody is going to be able to get this young Thai coconut meat, seems like a delicacy, plus it is kind of expensive, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm gonna do a version with the squash and hearts of palm. Hearts of palm come in a can and they look like this. This is a more inexpensive version of vegan seafood, I guess, because it does come canned, it's not very expensive. When we cut it into rings, it's going to kind of look like calamari. Either way, I think they're both gonna be delicious. So here's our coconut flesh. It is seafood-like, you know, looks like white meat. When it's cut thin like this, I just think once we marinate it with lime juice, it'll soak in better and it'll be the same size as the squash. Okay, so I've never spiralized, but I've got this in Spiralizer, that's the brand, I'll link it below. And we are going to spiral our squash. You could mandolin it, as long as it's thin, okay? So I think the spirals are gonna look nice if you have one of these. So I've never done this. Oh, this is easy. This machine is awesome. So there you go. I think that's gonna look really pretty. Some of these strands are very long though, so you just wanna maybe like cut some in half, because you still want the look of spiral, but when you're eating it, we're not doing noodles, we're doing ceviche. So I'm just gonna roughly chop it, but we're still getting cool spiralized pieces. We're gonna do the zest of 1 lime, and we're gonna add the juice of 1 lime. Okay, we're gonna add a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Okay, and then chop up some cilantro. And if you're a cilantro hater, you can just leave this out. So I'm gonna massage this with my hands to get the lime juice and salt all mixed in there. Okay, so here's the version with hearts of palm, and you don't need to add any salt because they're marinated in salt already. So the ceviche is in the fridge. I would give it at least an hour to marinate if you're in a rush, or you can leave it overnight. I'm sure it'll get even tastier overnight. And so the next component is the crispy tostadas, or the tortillas that we're gonna make, as well as the beans. So if you wanna be simple, you could just take your black beans and mash them up. Leave it at that. Add some salt and pepper. But I'm gonna do more of like a refried bean. So I'm gonna saute onions, garlic, and beans. Then I'm gonna whiz them through the food processor just to get them real smooth, and we're gonna spread that on top of the crispy tortillas. But again, you can customize this however you want. So let's get this cooking here. I'm adding a little bit of coconut oil to the pan. All right, so because I'm gonna do this in the food processor, I just sliced my onion, but if you aren't going to do that and just mash it, then cut up the onion finely, as well as the garlic. But we'll saute this for a few minutes until soft and then add the black beans. And I'm also gonna add chipotle chili powder and sea salt. Now we can add this to the food processor and blend until smooth. The only other things you need to prep for the top are red onions and some chopped cilantro and avocado. I already have corn tortillas in the freezer. I'm trying to unthaw this big mass of tortillas. So I'm just heating them in a pan over, low medium with a little bit of oil. And I'm gonna get them crispy. So, just a few minutes each side until they're not wobbly anymore. And you don't wanna steam them, so you don't wanna put like a lid on or anything. So once these are all crispy and toasty, we can assemble our coconut squash ceviche tostadas. Look at how awesome these look. They are so fresh and so delicious. Now I just made the coconut squash ceviche. The hearts of palm and squash is in the fridge. Both are amazing, so whatever option you like, but I happen to love coconut. So we also drizzled on top the cashew sour cream, which is on this channel, and I'll link it below as well. For that recipe, it's very easy. You can drizzle it on everything. And I guess it's time to eat these. You probably want to be more elegant and eat with a fork and knife. These are better than the restaurant I ate at. The beans are better. I made them more flavorful. This is perfect. A lot of people ask when I use coconut things if it really tastes like coconut. It's funny because I guess I'm so used to coconut that eating it mixed all in here to me doesn't even taste like coconut that much. It's coming through, but you've got so much lime and you've got so many other flavors that it all just really goes well together. So I hope you like this recipe. Again, this was inspired by my trip to LA. I ate this exact dish at a restaurant. I wanted to recreate it for you so you can make it at home because it's so good, and I thought it was such a good idea. So let me know if you try it out. Share it on social media. Tag us at Hot4Food or hashtag Hot4Food. So good. And enjoy this dish, and I'll see you guys next Wednesday. We post every Wednesday, so subscribe if you're not already subscribed so you know when the videos are posted. Click the little thumbs up button down there because that's what you gotta do if you like something on YouTube. All right, I'll see you guys next week. Peace.